Last week, the U.S. mission in Nigeria issued a statement on its non-immigrant and non-official visas for Nigerian citizens starting July 8th, 2025. It will be single entry only with a 3-month validity period. This is more than just a policy update. It's a strategic diplomatic message wrapped in procedure. The United States of America is not punishing Nigerians as most would want to think. It's a diplomatic issue that is reciprocal, meaning countries are being treated as they treat American travelers. In the early 1980s, the U.S. issued the 5-year multiple entry visa and then withdrew it. In 1986, for the same reciprocal reasons, Americans pay about $160 for a single entry Nigerian visa valid for 90 days and are only permitted entry for a maximum of 30 days. While we pay about $185 for a 5-year multiple entry U.S. visa. Add this to the concerns over overstays, rates, document integrity, and data sharing, and the result is a downgraded visa validity. Now, what does this mean in clear terms? Nigerian travelers must now reapply for U.S. visas for each trip if previous visas expire. The cost of this is better imagined. Business people, students, medical travelers, etc. will now face more logistical stress and uncertainty. This situation, however, is not likely to be permanent, we hope. It is conditional, pending Nigeria's ability to issue more secure passports, biodata verification, anti-fraud enhancements. Here is how I feel you should plan ahead. Stay updated via the official embassy channels, not just WhatsApp. Apply early, factoring in the now shorter validity. Do not overstay your visa. This is the most critical. Keep your documents clean and accurate. Avoid agents who promise shortcuts to the visa application process. For studies or long-term exchange, consider other countries with more predictable reciprocity. This policy shift reinforces one fact: that in diplomacy, respect and compliance are a real currency. And in a world that's watching everything closely, how we, as a nation, Nigeria, respond could reshape the future of our citizens' global mobility. Let's stop lamenting. Let's start demanding reforms that protect Nigerians abroad and restore dignity at home.
I feel like Nigerians, we sometimes have a victim mindset. People are not always out to get us. The US is not punishing us, They are just trying to protect themselves. Absolutely. And also demand the same respect that they give us. But the Nigeria government has responded that's okay. They understand that, but they also have an e-visa policy in place that the 90 days is for the Nigerian e-visa and not for the standard visa. And that the US is also yet to reciprocate the e-visa, that they would also like the same thing.
We are talking e-visa. Have you given them longer than the 3 months? Anyway.
The standard visa, you have different options beyond the 3 months visa options.
But is it single or multiple?
What?
Visiting visa?
Visiting visa, it depends on what you're coming in for, but not tourist.
So they can get 5 years from Nigeria?
I don't know.
There you go.
That one, I don't know. It's at the discretion. It's at the discretion. So I would also like to weigh in that I totally understand where the US is coming from.
Of course.
Nigerians, we are very unruly.
Yes.
We consider laws as suggestions. A lot of Nigerians will take the 5 years visa and they will technically move to the US. I mean, they will do 5 months
that one is nice. They go with 6 months and still
they do 6 months, come in for 1 or 2 days and then go back. And then they wonder why the US is pushing back. The world is changing.
Yes, it is.
At the core of it, you cannot really jackpot anymore. Because everybody is sending everybody back home. So as much as you try to say, I have options, I have this, I have that, except you have a second passport, it's important for us to ensure that Nigeria works, not just for you as a person, but for the entire country.
The way I look at it really is within the context of the U.S. behavior, with the new U.S. administration's behavior within the last 6 months. And it's actually just projected this idea or this behavior towards other people as if we don't want you to come here anyway. and we don't even want you to have anything to do with us. And so anything to restrict the number of people coming here is fine with us. And when I look at the numbers, for instance, I just look at the number of Nigerians who travel to the US every year. 2004, the number is a little bit over 116,000 Nigerians. Now, I don't imagine that all of them are, going to apply for visa and got visa or whatever. But let's give it a 50% number of that number. You're looking at somewhere in the neighborhood of
80.
Of about, I'm talking about how much they would make, in terms of visa fee, right? You're looking at somewhere in the neighborhood of almost $9 to $10 million from visa fee from them alone. The question is how many Americans are coming on the other way around? Okay, let's say about 1,000 Americans coming the other way around. How much is Nigeria going to make from that? So the numbers actually favor the US. So whether or not they say, oh, we're giving you individual, single entry for whatever, the number favors you.
Yeah, but sorry.
Let me finish. At the end of the day as well, I'm just talking visas alone. Most of the travelers to the US travel through Delta.
Yeah.
Which benefits an American company. So in reality here, when I look at the numbers, I really don't see how it benefits the US. The only reason why they are doing this is for immigration reason, and it keys into the current US administration stand on anti-immigration. So reciprocity, yes, they can have that conversation from the State Department level and then see, okay, how they can match it. But even if they do, I really don't see if anything is going to change as long as this current US administration.
Anyway, I'm going to follow up for where she stopped. I like when you said, I wrote it down, you said it is important to ensure that Nigeria works not just for you, but for everybody. And that is where this our problem is. Our diplomacy, whatever they call it, those English, you and they will know it better. It has never been managed right
by the right people.
I had sense in this life. Let me not say it's forever, but since I began to have sense and say, begin to try to understand immigration policies and whatever. I question what is the Ministry of Interior doing. What is the ambassador, right? What is their job, right? I mean, it's interesting to have this conversation and say, Nigerians overstay. Yes. First, let me reiterate that, please, if you collect visa, don't overstay, come back, because it makes it hard for the next person to get.
It does.
That said,
Elsie,
even in terms of other African countries being able to come to Nigeria, Nigeria has one of the stringent visa policies globally.
Yinka, are you hearing?
Now, we've been having conversation of inclusion, African mobility, whatnot. Some countries have actually rose up to the occasion. Kenya has done their own. Now, right, Nigeria, cricket. And we're supposed to be what? Giant of Africa. We are this, we are that.
Always the last to move.
Always the last. Some quarters have said that there was actually a document on the table of the Minister of Interior or wherever it's supposed to be for a very long time. And it was not signed. So they knew that this was coming. But you see that anyhowness that they put everywhere is also what is affecting us when it comes to diplomacy policies. And the worst part or the annoying part is that it affects the citizens more.
Yes.
We've heard stories of how difficult it is for Nigerians to get Nigerian visa, not just for Africans, even for Westerners coming to Nigeria, they have stories to tell. And now, apart from the issue of 3 months, they put other criteria on the website. I told you I went through the website. One of the criteria why they are reviewing this is for persons who default, when they have been given the visas, overstaying and all that. And if you look at it, you said it's Nigerians being unruly and take laws and suggestions. No, it's deliberate. Just give me a visa, even if it's 1 week. I have no intention of coming back. That's different from...
That's not really...
No. I mean, it's different, not like they just broke the law, they want to come back, but they've overstayed by 1 week.
It is intentional.
It is intentional. They're like, once I get my feet into America, I'm not coming back. And what causes that? You said we should make reforms to demand that protect Nigerians abroad and dignity at home. I think the dignity at home, that's the one we should focus on. Do we have jobs? Do we have security? Are there opportunities? Is there social welfare?
Yeah.
Why do you step in there and don't want to come back
what
again?
Will happen? Why is it that Nigerians are ready to go to any other country, including African countries, but Nigeria? We really need to restore dignity at home.
Well, you sort of picked into my rounding of my advocacy, whether we like it or not, promoting the dignity of Nigerians at home first and abroad is the business of every Nigerian.
Some might even call it enlightened self-interest, since, as you said, Kate, we rise or fall together.